Welcome to another episode of Campus to Careers. And today I'm here with David Vu at Starbucks in the city in Swanston Street. And thank you for the invitation. And great spot, very cold in Melbourne.
But it's really cozy.
It's very cozy as well. That's so good. And David's a student from RMIT, and I'm yet to learn more about David. So, David, please tell us a bit about you, your academics, and your career insights.
Hi guys, my name is David Wu. I came to Australia in 2017. I did my high school here in a boarding school actually. I went to get into the University of Melbourne and I did my bachelor there in computer science that is majoring in software design and modeling. That's what they call it. And I go straight into my master years in RMIT doing Master of Business IT. And I'm coming to my last semester. Yes, second semester and the last semester of my master degree. And that's pretty much it, man. Career inspiration, I want to go into something more data analytic. Even though I'm doing Master of Business IT, I'm not leaning toward too much of analyst. I want to go into analytic role because I guess I'm just good with data and numbers. I just like it. And I can spend hours doing that. So this is what I like to do for my whole day. So that is pretty much it. David Wu.
Fantastic. Thank you, David. So let's turn on to some fun questions to start off with. If you were to rate your uni experience with a coffee order
Oh, wow.
in Australia, what would it be?
That's a very fun question. I would rate it as a latte. It's just a regular plain old latte because how just simple my university life has been. There's no been a big hiccup. There's no big achievement yet so far. Everything
But
just
you've
really.
been studying.
I've been just studying. That's why I'm just saying it's like a nice latte. It's safe. I felt like I've been in my safe zone as well for the last, I think, 4 years now, 5 years in my university life.
Wow.
And everything has been so safe. That's why I just read it as like an old basic latte. You can't go wrong with it, but it could be better. Could be more adventurous, more exploratory. I could use more, maybe add some syrup, change the milk to half a bit. But yes, that's just pretty much it.
Love that.
Really nice journey so far.
Fantastic. Lovely. And what was your first thought when you had your first interview in Australia for any role that is casual, part-time, or if you were doing a volunteer something at university?
My first ever role, I got it back in 2021, was actually I applied for a casual role at McDonald's, or we call it Macca's. Yes, that's my first role. After rejection and rejection, ironically, I got rejected from a lot from Starbucks, where we're sitting. But yes, first time I got called to interview was at Macca's. The interviewer was the manager of that store. She looked scary. And even though the question was just about myself, I was shaking the whole time. It was literally just about me, myself as a person. Nothing even about my experience because I don't think Macca's look into it. Just about me, myself. I was shaking the whole time. But I think I landed the role. And I think we have a great time working at Macca's. But, yeah.
What's the funniest or most unexpected reality shock you've had while studying or working in Australia?
I felt like studying working in Australia, I thought it's gonna be challenging and a lot of, because coming from Vietnam, right? The environment is more strict and there's definitely a clear hierarchy between different level of people in charge. You got your employee, you got your manager, you got your all that sort of stuff, and the hierarchy is very clear. Right? The level of separation between those people.
Yeah.
But coming to Australia, I feel like everything is just, even though they look strict, but then they're always down for a talk, and at the end they very approachable. Yes, that's the word, sorry. Very approachable, and at the end of the day, they are also human, just like us at the end of the day. And I feel like I can make friends with even my boss and all sorts of stuff.
Absolutely.
Even though that shock is a good shock, I suppose.
Good to hear. No, thank you for that. Now, talking about some academics, so how different was it studying in Australia as compared to back home in Vietnam?
I think in Vietnam, even though I didn't have a chance to study university in Vietnam, but hearing from my friend, also my earlier years studying in high school and all sorts of stuff, I felt like in Vietnam, in here, they are more open for you to university. They create an environment where they emphasize that university is not the only thing. They allow you and they encourage you to take more curriculum initiative, things like volunteering, things even in sports and all that sort of stuff. That's also really highly recognized here. And they try to make you as an all-rounder in all aspects. So make sure that when you came out of university, you're ready for anything that throws you. But in Vietnam, I felt like it's more academic focus and grade and results matters a lot when you go to a job interview. They will look straight into your transcript and see what subject you do and how you will perform. And reference from profession is also important. I think it's also important here But then they're taking really more important.
It's more so outside the academics as well,
Definitely
isn't it?
outside.
Yeah, it's very true. Thank you for that. And what was your most fun thing about uni life, or one fun thing about uni life?
I'm just gonna talk about my volunteering experience because that's the first thing came up to my mind now.
Alright.
Because, like I said, it's my university journey has been like a latte, really nice and safe. That's why I try to change my. That's why I came to RMIT as well to change the environment a bit because I felt like if I'm staying in the same environment for too long, I'm just getting way too sad.
Yeah.
So I come to RMIT. I joined this volunteering club called AIESEC. Shout out to all my
Yeah, so much fun. There's so much happening at the AIESEC organization, isn't it?
so much thing going on. Yes, I joined my second semester here. So last year, this time around, I joined this. And wow, the people I met there are amazing. It's just the people that I met there, the knowledge I learned.
Family, hey.
It's like a family, yes. And now I'm part of the executive board as well, which is a whole completely different because you're running a local committee with 40-ish, 50 people under you, and
Yeah.
everyone eager to learn, and you are here, you got the spotlight so you can inspire those people.
Yeah.
It's completely different from what I'm studying,
Yeah.
but it's definitely a great experience. You got hands-on skill, you got learn the critical skill that you need when you come to the workplace as well. Things like public speaking and without Isaac, I don't think I will ever have a chance to talk to you as well.
I know. How exciting, isn't it? It's a small world. Thank you for that. And what's the one skill that you have learned in Australia that will take you a long way, or you think that was so beneficial?
I think one skill that I learned in Australia throughout my terms, or throughout my university, and also my volunteering experience, I think is just the ability to sell yourself. That might sound bad, but selling yourself is like you got your own value. But for example, if you think about it, if you are a 10 out of 10 technical expertise, but you're only able to communicate 3 out of 10, people will not recognize you as a 10 out of 10. It might be a 5, but then. So I'm realized that even though how good you are, the ability to communicate yourself and your skills are critical to able to get into any type of role, to be honest. Even to get into even standing up and speaking for yourself. It's not even getting to a role, but just projecting yourself in front of people. It's really important. It's not even I learn it, I'm learning it.
You're learning,
But
and
I
I'm
think-
learning it too. Likewise, we all are.
It is informative, yes. So
Amazing.
very scary, but I think when you grasp that idea, I think you're gonna go a long way. It will go the whole career, even after your career as well.
Oh, thank you for that. And I believe I missed your question, but I would like to ask you if you could change one thing about how international students are supported, what would it be?
That's a very good one. I would say definitely a more designated career support. Obviously, I've been to 2 universities, so I can say that none of the universities have a designated support for international students. Yes, they got job shop, they got career connect, they got things that are able to help students, but student in general. But nothing in terms of making a path for international students. About
So from uni to there.
to career, because obviously the path to because now for students when they want to get this initiative, they all reaching externally to other institutions who provide this support, right? Career consulting, how they can get the job that they want as an international student. It's all external, but I think it's such a heavy demand. I feel like university should provide it as well. Just not sure with the crash with any of the legal side, but I'm pretty sure international students will benefit a lot from those sort of initiatives because it's just one stop for them to get everything they need, right? University should give them everything that they need so they can go out and grab a job because international student career pathway is way different to a domestic student.
Absolutely. But it's very important too to have after the academics, the professional career skill set as well. Whether you choose to stay or go back home, you just need that exposure.
Because either way, you need that skill, right? International students spend a lot of money to come here. Why did they stay? They want to get something, right? If they come back home, they really need to bring that why they come all the way to Australia to study. And if they stay, they also need to prove themselves why they was staying here. So
The Australian work experience too at the same time. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that. Around SWOT style questions, so around your strengths, weakness, opportunities and threats. So what is your biggest strength that you have discovered while studying or working in Australia?
I think the biggest strength is my ability to connect with people. I felt like I have been able to connect with so many great people over the past 7 years in Australia because counting high school as well.
And you connect so well. You speak so well. We're meeting for the first time. And, you've just got that skill set in you already, that communication skills and building rapport.
Thank you. I think it's just me myself. I'm just really nice. I love to talk to people on random things. And obviously before there's any intention behind, I just feel like I like to connect with you as a person because everyone got something is similar or something different that we can learn about.
Yeah.
So just come with a really open mind, and I found that worked really well. I found that I found to connect with all types of people from different backgrounds, people with no experience, people with much more experience than me, people the same my peers. So I felt like I guess the skill is just when you come to communication and building rapport, just come to that person as a person, human itself, and don't even think about building rapport or anything, and usually it'll get you really far.
So you've got to approach a bit more organic way than you are talking to another person, another human being.
That worked well because last semester I also got a lot of chance to pitch about AIESEC initiative to a lot of industry partners, and I also approached building rapport that way. I think it worked quite well as well.
That's fantastic. Yeah. And what's one challenge or weakness that you faced as an international student, and how did you overcome it?
The overcoming part is hardest. One challenge I found is the constant of having to prove myself in, I felt like, old environment. I would not say comparing, but I felt like international student definitely got a bit more to prove themselves in order to get the same position that the domestic student want to be. Because obviously I understand that there are a lot more going to from recruiting a international student. That's why we also need to provide a bit more values. And that's just the love it, and there's no complaint about it, but it's just a drive factor for me to be a better version of myself.
And that's how you overcome it.
I don't think I have overcome my student. There's so much more I can do, but it's the mindset, right? You don't let that mindset of, oh, you're an international student, you're doomed. That will completely destroy you, but chances slim, but if you use that as your constant, you're improving yourself to prove yourself, I believe it will take you somewhere you wanted or even where you didn't expect you end up with.
Amazing. It's all about the mindset, and that's how you overcome challenges. Absolutely. Well, thank you for that. In terms of the opportunities you see for international students, what are they? What do you think?
Opportunity are slim as years going, and so when it comes to opportunity, I feel like I think companies are more open to recruiting international students lately. At least by the look of it, they're trying to get more international students in it. I've been to a lot of campus fairs and career fairs.
That's really good.
Job, they just got a lot of stores and stuff there. And before, I think back in University of Melbourne, after the store, they just really got a sign saying no international students.
Wow.
And now I think it's getting less of that store.
Wow.
So that's what I feel like there's an opportunity. I haven't looked at the statistic of that, but it's definitely a happy sign that I can actually talk to those people now and not just say, oh, we don't recruit for international students. Obviously, I can still talk for anyone, but they got a clear sign saying they're not recruiting. They need to get more diverse in their workforce as well, and that's definitely a good sign.
I think it is required too. We've got so much international student talent ready to perform.
In general term, because I work in a college club, we love to see a diverse range of people in a group setting. It just makes the brainstorming process, all these meetings, so much more diverse, and just much the idea ping-ponging around just much more easier when you come a diverse set of people.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that. And what threats or challenges do you think international students should be prepared for?
I think international students should be prepared for the fact that the government are getting stricter with how they taking in international students. Definitely. So just making sure you got to, because there's no more room to wiggle around now for international students. Before you could constantly studying, but now there's less room to wiggle. So your time is running low. So every moment you live in Australia, every moment you're on a visa is matter, and you need to grab your AP. Otherwise, you're running out of time. So time is running definitely lower. Before you could stay for a while before your visa, and now you got really strict time, just 3 years after you graduate, to actually do whatever you want. To grab that job before you're going back, or to grab that job.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Wow, next 5 years. I will see myself. Oh, that's tricky because I'm juggling between career and also more academic way. I don't know anything about that. I have no idea about academic, but it sounds really nice to go to. I feel like I like to go deeper in the area I like. But I think I will go into career first. Even if I'm going to academic, it's definitely not going to be next 5 years. It might be later. But yes, career, I want to get a job that I want in an analytic field. I think about IT, to be honest. I got my bachelor in computer science, and then I do master business IT. The whole reason that combination is just to broaden my skills, right? I think they call it a T-shaped employee these days.
Wow, I've never heard
A
of that.
T-shaped employee. It's sort of like a jack of all trades, with a lot of things
Oh.
other than a
Transferable skill as well, isn't
you've
it?
got a lot of things. So that's why my master and my bachelor is not too close, a bit close, but got different range of skill. Now I learn a bit more business in my master as well.
That's amazing.
So I felt so I can work everywhere. But yes, get a job role and preferably a full-time job. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. That's a
I
big
can
dream.
already see that.
If that able, I'll be really happy and just try to make the most of my time in that company, in that environment, because the people there, the company, I'm gonna learn so much. I'm not gonna worry if our environment is not good. I will just learn a lot from everything that I work on.
And you've got that mindset.
Yes,
That's the most
definitely.
important
Hunger.
thing. The hunger, the mindset, and I can see the transition skills. So you are an innovator at the same time. So you definitely will do well. And what advice would you give to new students or international students considering coming to Australia?
All right, this is a nice one. I think accumulate from my few years in university, I would say don't be a bystander to everything, to the opportunity. Don't be a bystander. I changed that when I came to RMIT. That's why I joined initiative like AIESEC and took my chance to even come here and talk to you. Don't be a bystander. Chance, you really sometimes you can't see the chance, but it's always there. So try to look outside your academic as well. That's my mistake back when doing my bachelor. I just fully focused on my bachelor, even though I can blame all day that it was COVID that I didn't have chance to go out. But there's so much more outside academic that could even help you more. If you look at straight up career pathway, it could help you way better than just academic. Obviously, don't neglect your academic. You still need to understand whatever you need to understand to grad that bachelor or that, and to able to be a capable employee, right? But there's so much more that outside university. And just look at the people around you. Just be a bit open-minded, and you'll see that there's so many small initiatives that you can take, and small initiative will snowball into bigger one. You never know. So don't be a bystander. Take every chance. Get involved in something. That's probably the key word. Involve yourself in anything. Involve yourself in something. Even that's just a part-time job. The people you met there as well.
Oh, that
Volunteering,
matter,
part-time job. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you. So basically, the message is don't be shy and just go for it. Absolutely. Last round, if you had a chance to sit down with the Australian recruiters or employers, what would you like to pass as feedback or say?
Would if I got a chance, I'll book with first, and I will probably pull up a data to show them how much international students and how much they're contributing to the workforce. And obviously, I like data, and that's what I'm studying. So I'm going to use it. I'm just going
So
to
you-
because they're not gonna, maybe they're not believe what I'm saying, but the data is not lying. Just look
Yeah,
at this.
true, true.
This is how much, especially in RMIT, I see most of my people I know is international student, and they are really brilliant mind and doing amazing things. So it's just showing them how much we're contributing. Even if I were to grab the actual figure in terms of the profit and all that stuff, it's even better. But 5 minutes, just pull up some graph and just show how much we're contributing. And maybe that can change their mind a bit. Maybe not, but definitely something that they might think about when they go to sleep at night.
Wow. So some serious data analytics here, everybody. Let's go. Thank you. And final questions. If you had a chance to sit down with the decision makers, the Australian government, someone in the higher authority for 5 minutes, what would you like to say, ask, or your feedback?
I would just ask a lot of why question you doing this, because obviously we all know the trend lately has been limiting the amount of international students staying in Australia.
Yeah.
Obviously, in report in news they will say why, because to help with the housing crisis, to help with the amount of disbalance in terms of population. But I just want to sit down why. Obviously, that time I want them to show me actual analytic of why and stuff like that.
Analytics here too.
Because when they talk about housing crisis, why does international student involved in housing crisis? That just doesn't correlate, right? So that's why I'm saying a lot of why are you doing such thing? Do you think reducing this could help, or what's your actual trade-off you didn't show us? Why do you think that it would trade off in terms of the amount of international students coming here? And international students actually contribute a lot to the GDP of Australia anyway, right? At the end of the day, just not even in workforce, but in just coming here, flying, and contributing to the economic as a whole.
In the top 5 industries.
It's definitely in top industry. So even academic is one of the Australia's most focused industry. Right? Everyone wants to go to Australia to study. We've got a lovely university here, so called Australia, really beautiful and really nice syllabus that everyone wants to learn. So,
I'm one of those students. I came here as an international student. I wanted to come
what are
here
you
and study.
studying?
What did I study? I
Where-
studied when? What year?
Actually, where did you study? Swinburne. No, I almost go to Swinburne for my master degree. It's really tech focused. I really want to try it.
And I did another course with Melbourne Uni as well. So
Of course. Final words, thank you, Pfizer, for having me here. It was one of my first time actually having sit down and getting interview and talk about my experience because I never have a chance to actually talk about my experience. It's just in my head. And yes, for
it's my
people
privilege, seriously.
and for the people who watching this, just don't be a bystander. Whatever life give you, and you never know what to take.
No, absolutely. It has been an absolute pleasure, David, getting to know you, sitting down with you, having a coffee. I'm having a matcha today, and also that cold matcha because I think I've just had 2 coffees already. So, but the whole point is really, it's not even an interview. It's just that live or casual chat that I want to celebrate with my international student community. That's so important, and that brings me close to home because I've been in your shoes as well. So I totally get the Q&A part of thing and the hustle and the struggle you go through. So absolutely. Thank you for giving me your time, and thank you for tuning in, for making it for me, you, and for everybody. And we'll tune in again next time for another episode of Campus to Careers. Till then, ciao. Thank you.